Hi everybody, I'm Cindy from Cares Crochet Designs, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute little baby girl sandal. I have already made a beautiful sweater for this project that we're about to do, and this is the sweater. Isn't that cute? This is a little button that I sewn on here with little hearts, and you can, open it up. And this is the back of the sweater with the little collar, and this is the bottom. This particular stitch is called a seashell stitch, and this is the front of the sweater. And then you can hook it up again. I'll show you how to do that, and I'm going to be showing you how to prepare this sweater in another tutorial. I'm just trying to close up the button again to show you how it looks with it closed. I have two little buttons here. I wanted to put another one on. And here you go again. That's the sweater, the little sleeves. And then I have the skirt. I think I showed you this in another tutorial. This is the little drawstring here. This is the skirt. Same little stitch around the waist of the skirt. And this is the little trimming down here. And this skirt and that sweater will fit a 6 to 9 months. And then I have this cute little headband that goes with it. And I did that same little stitch up on the top. And that's the headband. And this is the button in the back that I did. And that's how that headband looks. Actually, it's upside down. And this is it from the back. And it's kind of flexible. It stretches. And then I did this cute little sandal. And this is what we're going to be doing today. And that's the sandal around. And that's the bottom of the base. I actually have to go back and get a little piece of thread and stitch this in, because this is where you started off at. And it always have that little hole there till you sew it in with your thread. And the sandal that we're going to do today is this one. This is another sandal that I did, and we're going to make the match to this one. So let's get this crocheting party started. And we're going to, I'm going to actually read, well, not read, I'm going to explain the pattern to you as we go along. So just pay attention, that's all I can say. And what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to write that pattern down and put it down in the description so that you can see the pattern as well. So we're going to do our loop. I usually wrap it over my finger like that, and then I pull through just so, and I have my loop there. And we're using a size G hook, 2.5 millimeter, and I have two threads that's together, and this is by Loops and Thread. It's a baby yarn, lightweight, 3, and I have two of them together, pure white and pink. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 7 chains here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to, I'm just getting my glasses here, just got a little hooked onto my yarn. I'm sorry about that. We're going to go in the second stitch from the hook, and we're going to do 5 chain stitches. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We actually are developing the toe part right now. And we have 5 stitches. You should have 5 stitches in your second stitch from your hook. In the next stitch, we're going to do a single crochet, oops, wait a minute. We're going to do a half double crochet. A half double crochet in the next hole. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitches. Stitches, not hole. Okay. And so we got our 5 single crochets in the second stitch from the hook, and then we have in the next 2 stitches 2 half double crochets, and then the next 2 stitches we got 2 single crochets, and then the last stitch we are going to do 7 double crochets into that stitch. 1, 2, 3, 'Sometimes your tail will get in the way. Just move it out the way. 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that has formed your little toe part. And in your next stitch, the next 2 stitches, we are going to do 2 half double crochets. 1 half double crochet and 2 half double crochets. In your next 2 stitches, we're going to do 2 single crochets. 1 single crochet in one stitch, and in your second stitch, another single crochet. And in your next stitch, we're going to do a join and slip stitch, and that has formed your little base for your sandal. And we're going to chain 1 and turn our work around to the opposite side. We're going to work on the opposite side of this sandal. And in your next hole, we're going to do 5 single crochets in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're about to create the sole of the shoe around this part. And what we're going to do is 2 double crochets in each stitch 7 times. 1 double crochet, and we're going to do 2 double crochets in one stitch 7 stitches around. 2, we're on our second stitch, but we're doing 2 double crochets into each stitch 7 times. We're in the third stitch, You're going into the fourth stitch, you double crochet, you're going into 1, 2. Sometimes if you get confused, just count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 2 more stitches to complete, totaling 4 double crochets, 2 in each stitch. 6, and 7. And there is our toe. And in our next 2 stitches, we're going to do a half double crochet, and then in our next stitch we're going to do a single crochet, next stitch another single crochet, and in the next 3 stitches around we're going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch, totaling 3 stitches. 2, that's the second single stitch, second stitch, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets. And in our third stitch we're going to do 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, and then we're going to join off with a slip stitch, and this will complete our shoe. And then we're going to cut off, pull tail through that loop, and we will get our needle, our sewing needle, which is a crochet sewing needle, and you're going to slide your thread through. Oops, I gotta do that again, because don't forget we're working with 2 pieces of yarn. So you got to make sure that they're close together so that they go in together. And there we go. And I just leave a little bit. I'm going to be weaving this in until you have a little piece left. So weave it in. And I usually try to go as much as I can. And then I'm going to go around again. And I don't advise you to like take your thread when you're finishing off a project and knot it, because a lot of times you can clip that knot and you can actually unravel your whole project, and that will be a disaster. You don't want that to happen. And I've had some incidents like that occur, and I wasn't appreciating that too much. So I would prefer to do what I'm doing here, because it makes your work easier and it actually looks nicer and neater, because sometimes when you do that knot you can actually see that little knot and there's not nowhere to kind of hide it. And especially if you're crocheting for someone, you know, professionally, you want your work to look professional. So that is as much as I can get through. You could have probably had, you know, weaved in a little bit more, but this is sufficient, and you're just going to snip that, and that, you know, removes that. And so we are going to take our same needle, because I like to clear my work as I go, instead of having all these little strings, knowing that you got to continue on to finish off your project, just hanging around. You would just like to get rid of them as you go, and that's what I do. It's just like you're in your home cleaning, cooking, and preparing something. You would like to just wash your dishes as you go so that you don't have a mess afterwards. You have already cleaned it up. And this is what we're doing here. We're actually cleaning up our work, and I'm just weaving this work into my project. So, and I have done enough of that, so we will just snip as close as you can get. So now this is the base of our shoe right there. So now we are going to turn our shoe around, so because we're going to start here at the toe area, and I'm going to start 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start at the 3rd stitch here from the toe, just so right there, if you can see that. And I'm going to insert my yarn and pull through, and we're going to do single crochets going all around. And you can incorporate this little tail in if you wish, because that's what I'm going to do right now. And we're going to do single crochets going all around. And we're going to do this around this curve, and we're going to meet up at the other side evenly. Right in there. Sometimes it's a little tight right there because that's where we finished off our shoe with the slip stitch. Okay. I'm going to go all the way around. Oops. Open up that thread so it blends in nicely. You try to weave in as much as that as you can. I kind of hold it down as I'm going. And we're forming the edge of our sandal. And as you can see, and then we'll snip off that excess when we complete it. And we're going to even that up, as you can see, with the other side. And now we're going to chain. Let's see, is that even? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. It's even. 1, 2, 3. I counted 1, 2, 3 from the opposite side. And we're going to chain up 1, and we're going to turn around, and we're going to go around again. And we can go around for 6 layers. 6 levels. So I'm going to move a little faster because I'm sure you have this by now. And we're doing single crochets around. 6 times. And you can actually, if you wish, use a bigger needle and the thread. Oops, what happened to my thread? It seemed like it got a little twisted here at the bottom. Okay, there it goes. This is actually leftover thread. Okay. Now the sandal is forming. Don't forget to chain up. And we're on the 3rd row. I am now. If you're an advanced crocheter, you may be quicker. If you're a beginner, you may not be as fast as advanced crochet. Be very careful where you insert your hole because you don't want your stitches to be looking not uniformed. Okay, we chained up 1 and we're going around again. We're on the 4th level. Chain up, turn your work around. We're on our 5th level. We will be doing 6. We'll be chaining up and going around for the last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our last level that we will be doing. So we're going around 1 more time and we will be completed with the top part of this, and I will show you how to connect your front and close it up in the front. And then we will begin to do the bottom of the slipper. And we're going to make a little flower for the front of this sandal as well. And that's it. Now we're going to cut, loop your end through the And now we're going to, if that was a little excess thread, you could just snip that off. And this is a sandal. We're going to close it in like that. Okay, needle time again. And what we're going to do here is connect each top part together like that. And we're going to sew that together. I'm going to go in again. I'm going to stitch that again. Oops, I almost let my needle and thread come apart. You don't want that to happen. And you secure it really good. Let me bring that down for you to see there. And I go in here, and I'm going to bring it through like this. Through like that. You can see that. I'm going to pull it through. And I'm going to go back over to the side and bring it through like that. And now we're going to take the rest of it and we are going to weave it in and get rid of all of this excess. And take it all in there. I got enough. Gotta pull it through. There we go. And you just take that little excess off and you snip it. And here is our sandal. That is your bottom part. And you can just mold it into shape. And here is our sandal here in the front. So now I'm going to, you don't have to, you don't want to, but I'm going to weave around this part with another color. And I'm going to take this color thread and you're going to turn your sandal around this way, like this, just like so. And we're going to start to do a single crochet. You're going to slip, go into there, we're going to pull it through that thread. And we're going to go, and you can also, if you'd like to, weave this into. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. And we're going to go in, and you're going to pull through, and you're going to do a single crochet all the way around the base of this sandal. You can actually go in 2 times too if you want to make it close. It's a little tight. Oops, and then can't connect onto anything else but through that white and pull it through. There we go. Hold your tail and weave it in. Go through the next stitch and bring it around just so. You're just making a little seam around the bottom of the slipper. this sandal. You see, making a wedge around, slipping. Tight right here. Just get it in there. There it goes. Oops, wait a minute, I made that too loose, so I'm going to pull my yarn again. Usually when you hear that noise, that squeaky noise, that means you're making a tight stitch. Well, I have to go into that point. You can kind of like feel where you need to go at. Oops. Put it right in there, put it right there, right there. There you go. You don't have to weave this in because I'm going to snip that little piece. Matter of fact, I'm going to snip it right now and get it out of the way. There we go. Getting closer. Okay, we're coming around the front of the sandal. You went into that same stitch twice. You kind of have to weigh it out yourself. And it is beginning to, you see, look like that. And now we're going to go into the other side and do the same thing that we did on the other side. Two stitches on that side, the same on the same side that I started there. In here, and we're going to slip stitch in while I work through that. And then you know to slide your tail through that loop, and then we're going to weave our work in to get rid of that tail. And we're going to weave it from the back here like this. You want to weave it into the same color that this thread is. And you go as much as your thread allows you to. No less and no more. I can get through there another time. Another piece. As long as your thread don't come off that needle yet, you're good. And then you can snip. It is raining where I'm at in Bronx, New York. And if you can hear that rain, it's pouring. And this is our sandal here. And the little toe goes through here. They'll have the open toe. And you just slide the baby's foot in there. And this is it. Isn't that cool? You have a nice little shoe, and it's nice and heavy. It's a nice weight. So now we're going to prepare the little bow that goes in the front. And we're going to do that with the same color we just used. So we're going to, do our slip stitch. And we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to, slip stitch from the first chain. And then we're going to chain up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go into your circle and do a chain stitch. Well, not a chain stitch, just pull it through, slip stitch. Chain another 5. And you're going to go into your circle again. And you're going to do a slip stitch. And we're going to do those little rings all the way around. And you could do 6, you could do 8, you could do 10. How many you want in your circle? The more you put in your circle, the more fluffier your flower will look. 4, 5. And we're going again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going again. And I'm actually weaving that thread around. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it because I might put something in the middle and I could use that piece to insert what I'm going to do. And as you can see, it's forming a little circle. See the little flower. See the flower? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a little tail end of the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to do slip stitch. First chain here. And there's a little flower. And I'm going to take this little two and I'm going to tie a little flower in the front. Let's sew like this. And I'm going to bring it around, that thread around that way and that thread, and I'm going to tie it again. And I want you to know these can be made for us big sizes, and I'm going to be showing you that. I've already tried it. So we can get these sandals for us as well. And I'm getting out one of the loops there. And we just straighten out your loops. Oops. I think I pulled it over the loop and I didn't want to do that. Okay. So I'm going to pull it from this way so and I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so we're going to take our needle and we're going to insert, and we're going to actually tack that flower down. And you put your flower in the middle. And now you're going to go front and back. Alright. And you're going to gather your little circle together where that little hole is at. You can even put a little piece of jewelry inside, a little button, whatever you may like. But this flower is so cute, you really don't need anything. So I'm going to leave mine just like this without putting anything, but I'm just securing a little flower down a little more tighter. Go from front to back. Front to back. Okay. And now we're going to leave a little bit of this thread in and get rid of it in the bottom. Okay, and this should do it because I'm actually weaving it from the inside. And that's it, and then we're going to snip that. And then we're going to snip this other little piece here. And this is the completion of our little flower. And how cute is that? That is very, very adorable. So here are our sandals. And this is the completion. We've made two. So we have our set. And this is a size 3 to 6 months here. The other size I did was 3 to 9 months. So until next time, I will see you again, and we will do the starting of the sweater. And I'm going to do it in segments, so we'll have probably 5 parts to show you with that sweater. And then we'll do the skirt, and the skirt is 3 parts to show you. And we did the headband in another tutorial, so you can get the headband in the other tutorial that I have already prepared. So I hope you like my sandals, and I'm sure that you will create your own. If you have done this sandal, you can post it. I will leave links for you to post pictures for me to see your work, and I will comment on your work. Um, if you can subscribe to my link would be greatly appreciated. And until next time, happy crocheting.